Just let me take you home.
What are you going to do?
Conquer. He's gonna be honest. That would be the line.
Win.
The multiversal war. He's gonna win the multiversal war. Yeah, okay. Oh, now we get to see the comic accurate suit. What a reveal.
I can make it. So you never left her.
And how many worlds will die?
Not yours. She'll never know. Don't you want to see your daughter again?
Ooh.
Why do you think you could stop me?
That's what he looks like. Oh, she took what he needed.
I'm sorry, Hope. I blew up his core, cut him off from time. Back, he became what he always was, a conqueror.
He conquered the quantum realm. My guess, because he said, I just have thoughts, sorry.
And made it his empire.
Right.
And then you saved me.
Yeah. I have to assume that this Kang, this Nathaniel Richards, is Earth 616's. That's why he said your world will be fine. He wants to destroy the other ones, the other universes, so that he can win.
I'm so sorry you had to go through all of that alone.
She didn't go through it alone, right? She had Bill Murray and all of her fighter friends.
And if he's got Scott and Cassie, he's got Pym particles.
At a head start. He cannot get out.
He'll get out.
You're an interesting man. Scott Lang.
Yeah, he knows you.
You're an Avenger. Have I killed you before?
How would he know? That's a dumb question to ask him. You know what I mean? Unless he's just sort of asking himself.
You're not the one with the hammer.
That's Thor. We get confused a lot. Similar
Who's
body
killed
types.
Thor?
Modok tells me you're a good thief.
Yeah, he stole something from me.
They always throw him up against walls and make him feel pain via gravity. How High Evolutionary did that in Guardian series. Adam Warlock.
Janet stole something from me, and you're the only one who can steal it.
Scott's gonna help him.
Because I know how it ends.
How what ends?
Everything.
All of it. It's hard not to skip to the end.
What's coming?
Me. A lot of me.
Yeah.
They exiled me.
Right. Right. Does this mean you're the worst one?
Do we have a deal?
No, I don't think we do.
Good instincts. Don't make a deal with them. Oh, is Cassie gonna? Because Cassie wants to.
Daughter in front of you.
Oh, okay, that's
make you
motive.
relive that moment over and over again.
Can you control time down here though? No. So you couldn't do that. That's an empty threat. You could kill Cassie. You just couldn't make him relive it.
No! Look, we can talk about this.
Don't do it!
You really should do it.
I'm happy that Scott's not just being an idiot and is doing it to save his daughter, because I imagine he's going to help him.
Do I look like a liar to you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not worried
Yeah,
about
you
Cassie.
leave.
She's going to be in the Young Avengers, probably.
Ant-Man?
He always has been. No offense.
Don't touch her again.
Then give me what I need.
What he needs the core, and he needs the pin particles. They have pin particles. Oh. Then he needs them to shrink it back down.
It is that. And we have to get to the center.
To actually destroy it.
Once you're inside, find the core and size it back down. The longer you're in there, the more your mind will come undone.
This is all my fault.
Well, yeah, it's true, it is.
My whole life happened because I messed up.
That's true.
The only thing I didn't mess up is you.
Aw. Catherine's doing a lot with this.
I love you, Peanut.
Oh.
I love you too.
What a way to jump. Or dive.
I'm in.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
what do I do? What's the plan?
Don't die.
I'm heading in. Whoa.
Oh, he multiplied.
Why am I looking at another me? I'm not another me. You're another me.
Uh-oh.
You're looking at the possibility of another you.
What is this place?
It's a probability storm.
What's he
You're
saying?
inside Schrodinger's box, and you're the cat.
Oh, fuck. That's a nightmare. I had a dream like this once. Except it was more just me in the world and everyone had my face. And then people didn't like it, so they started altering themselves and stuff. Never mind.
Together.
Oh, it's
Who are
Baskin
you?
Robbins,
Why are
Scott.
you dressed like that? This is my uniform. These are normal clothes. Why are you dressed like that?
Oh, it's the version of you who didn't get fired and live that life.
Oh, we're all gonna die.
I've got a read on Scott.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them. Well, now there's going to be a bunch of hopes.
Mom! What are you doing? What is it?
Don't look at them. They're just possibilities.
I feel like they're more than possibilities.
Scott, where are you? Scott!
Like Battle of the Bastards, but weirder.
If you can hear me, just come back. Don't give up. Dad, just come back one more time. Please.
Yeah, that'll motivate all you guys. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
I like that.
Come on, lift this. Yes.
I knew that Cassie would motivate all the other Scots. Ah, kind of cool.
How are you able to do that?
Love, man, love.
We all want the same thing.
Yeah. Common goal. Look at all the Scots. They're the Scots the ant. Bunch of ants. Baskin Robbins Scott.
Go get her, pal.
Why does it with Paul Rudd's delivery sometimes? It's always comedic. That's some ego death for you. This is like a trip. Ego death for the other Scots, because they're like, let's just put this guy first, for the sake of Cassie. I don't know how Baskin Robbins Scots would have that information, but okay.
No.
Oh, damn. Let's hope.
I'm real.
Then let's do this.
You ready?
Goodbye, friends. If it were me and with a bunch of me's, we just argue. Contemplate existence. Now you're gonna fight Hope over this, though, probably.
You cannot give that to him.
I wouldn't trust her.
Uh-oh.
Janet has a way of changing her mind.
Fuck off.
Hello, Jelly Bean.
Ooh, he knows her pet name, nickname.
Well.
Oh, no.
If it isn't my old mentor.
Darren?
Didn't expect to see
Jesus Christ, it looks so bad.
What happened to you?
I am the ultimate weapon!
Okay. You know there's big dick energy, little dick energy? That's like, he's like the definition of, well, I can't imagine it's very big at this point.
So long, Hank.
Hank's not gonna die, is he?
You left me right here to die.
These geniuses really knew that the way to go was weaponize gravity. Tony Stark should have done that. I guess he did, no way. Who are these faceless, soulless people? Beings. No personality or identity. I guess that's what you'd want in Minions. computer robots.
What did you see?
Oh, when she decided to turn on him.
When you touched my mind.
You know, it is possible that she saw other versions of him doing bad things, and maybe it wasn't him, and now he's just bad because of... Who knows?
A monster who thinks he's a god.
When you can see time the way I do, you don't get to close your eyes.
And who broke it?
You did.
I did.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
Every
but
version of me. My variants. I saw their chaos spreading across realities. Endless incursions.
And now you want to wipe away any universe that's a threat to you.
That's what conquerors do.
You only want revenge because they beat you.
Yeah.
You have no idea what I have lost.
You'll be wiping out entire timelines, murdering trillions of people.
I wish that mattered, Janet.
Ooh. That's a line. I don't really follow his explanation, though. It definitely just sounded like a stupid excuse. Wish that was better crafted. Crafted better, I mean. Yikes! Oh.
Are these your ants? From the ant farm?
I've been picking up strange signals ever since we crashed.
Oh.
They were reaching out the whole time. They passed through some sort of time dilation. They lived thousands of years in a single day.
Oh, they evolved!
Becoming more advanced than I could have ever thought.
That's convenient.
I told you they were smart.
What a love letter to ants in this moment.
Technocratic, class 2 civilization. I know socialism is a charged word, but we could learn a lot from these.
Yeah, I get it's a charged word. It's not the concept that's bad. It's the fact that humans are flawed and take advantage of situations.
Well, as a great writer once said, there's always room to grow.
You read my book?
Every goddamn
Oh my
word.
god.
Come on, let's go to
Look how much it means to him.
Hey!
What are you doing here?
I'm rescuing you. Jump a tap.
Yeah. That had to come back around. You learn fast! No training montage needed.
Sorry I got your people hurt. How can I help?
She's you, basically, right? That's what's happening right now.
Wow. Damn, you're cool.
We need to get a message out to anyone who can still fight. Then
Yeah, you have a plan. So how do we get the message out?
follow me.
She's a good guy in this. I think I called her a villain before. She's a good guy in this.
I built an
Okay.
empire down here, Janet. And I'm taking it with me.
Right.
You really should have let me out when you had the chance.
You would have been weaker.
History is not written. It is forged. Today, we conquer eternity and the dynasty of Kang.
Is this working?
Cassie.
Get the message out.
I thought you were getting the message out.
Now!
We're inside. We've reached the tower. I'm with Gen 12.
Come on, do some Kino Andor shit. Get people going. Literally this, I don't know if anyone's seen Andor, but it's kind of similar.
But the family I've lost taught me to keep fighting. And if they were here, they would too. We need to look out for the little guy.
Oh.
My dad taught me that.
It was in his book.
Strike. He knows he can't take all of us.
Cassie,
I think I found the signal. Mom's gotta be there too.
let's go!
I'll drive.
Now I know how.
Killer.
God damn, that's tough to look at.
Begin the launch.
Is Cassie gonna take out MODOK?
Your dad's not here, Cassie. But I guess that's not a big surprise.
Oh, shut the fuck up. That was a low blow. It wasn't his fault. How does he know that they've missed out on so much time? He wasn't there, up there.
Kang! We had a deal.
That's big.
Yeah, he's big. So this is the biggest he's ever been, right? Well, no, he's in the Quantum realm. It's still, this was kind of the smallest.
You lied to me! Our word is our bond!
This is what you're mad about?
That, we're nothing!
You're mad he broke your deal? He was always gonna do that, probably. And you didn't really give him his core, he took it. Wouldn't be mad he broke his word, though. That's not what I'd be bitching about. I'd just be bitching about the fact that he threatened my daughter and shit. Oh, it's the houses! Or the buildings. That look like Me Too is from Pokemon, kinda. With tentacles. Ditto, sorry. Me Too? Is that what I said? The name of Ditto? Me Too? It makes sense.
What is the bridge code?
I'll die first.
18147.
Damn.
Well, clearly they have souls if they're that passionate about the cause or devoted to Kang. Who are these fucking robot people?
You'll need this.
This is a good looking guy right here.
This is our home!
I have holes.
Oh, joke's coming back around. Oh, he's happy about it. And he's weaponizing those holes. Don't try that at home.
What is that?
He's getting out.
Oh no, he's not.
Watch where you're stepping. Yes, she's...
Nowhere left to run.
Please let this work.
Now she can get big? And not pass out?
Hey, where do you think you're going? Let's go. You think this is over? Come on.
Just step on him.
Stop! I'm trying to be whatever this
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I don't know what to be.
Oh man, it's kind of sad.
Tell me what to be.
Oh man, this is kind of sad.
Don't be a dick.
It's too late. I'm such a dick.
It's never too late to stop being a dick.
Okay. You, that one dick that's watching this, change. The one who identifies with Darren Cross and MODOK. Stop, man. Stop. I've been a dick in my life, and I chose to stop. We're all dicks sometimes. It's never too late to stop being one. Good message. Message of the film.
Cassie! You're huge!
This is so hammy.
I feel like I'm hugging Godzilla.
Oh my god.
It feels so cool. I'm so hungry.
That
I
happens.
could eat everything.
They're talking so slow.
I really want like a lime.
Right? Citrus. It's weird. I know.
Okay, now she's passing out.
It's never over.
That's a fair statement, given the fact we're dealing with time being something that's not set. Also, I meant to say like corny, not hammy before. Hammy would be like exaggerated. No, maybe that works too. They're just slaughtering people. I'm gonna be honest, Janet's got the coolest fight scenes in this movie. Kinda. The rest of it's sort of business as usual for Marvel. Kang does look cool. Oh no, not this guy. So much for sexiest robot alive. It wasn't a robot.
No, I know I have to go.
Okay, this is cool.
You son of a...
We not say bitch in the MCU?
You think this is new to me?
No.
You know how many rebellions I have put down.
No, I don't. How old are you, though? You haven't really aged. That doesn't make sense. You would age, even if you're...
I am Kang! You talk to ants.
Yeah, here they come. We could have earned this moment more, but I like it. Oh, look at Hank strutting his stuff. The OG Ant-Man. I feel like they're gonna win. I didn't see that coming. I thought for sure they'd lose. Kind of like my apartment when I moved in. I had an ant problem. They did nothing about it. They said it was a tenant issue. I just moved in.
My name is Darren, and I am not a dead.
Okay. Character development for no reason whatsoever, other than Cassie's delivering a pretty cool, funny line. Yikes. What a way to be defeated.
Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, what were you doing, bro?
A lot of ants.
Yeah, okay.
You were right about me, Cassie.
Darren.
Oh, now we care about him, though?
What the hell happened?
I don't know what to say.
Thanks.
Dude, it's so jarring to look at.
A brother to me.
What? Yeah, I guess let him touch you. This guy's gut just lives his life in a very toxic way.
And at least I died. An Avenger.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just give it to him.
You did.
Yeah. No, it's...
Sure, yeah. Just let him have it. Yep. Heartbeat monitors. Dunzo.
A lot has happened today.
Yeah. A lot happened, but it kind of didn't feel like it. In that way, this movie kind of feels like Eternals. I don't know.
You did it.
Let's go home.
Wow. That's how it works? Just a portal? Go! Oh! Oh, is Scott gonna get stuck here? Tackle him. I mean, if Kang gets through without all of his tech, he's still smart, I suppose.
You should have looked the other way.
Yeah. Well, never been great at that.
I mean, till recently, but yeah, now you got it back. You got back that spark, that Eye of the Tiger. I did intentionally make a Rocky reference because Jonathan Majors was just in Creed 3. I haven't seen that yet. I'll watch this on this channel. That on this channel.
You could have gone home.
Yeah, he's getting left behind. Scott. That's gotta end with something bad. Why are you moving like this? Holy shit.
I don't have to win.
I just have to beat you?
We both just have to lose.
Okay, yeah. He's gonna dive through. But he doesn't have his... Let's go, Hope! Let's go, Hope! Oh, Hope's he's here. Yeah, it's Ant-Man and the Wasp. Of course she has to come in and help save the day. What the fuck? What's happening to him? Also, they beat Kang. He's, at the very least, fucked up. Alright, so they're stuck there. Well, whatever. You can live here, and you're with the love of your life. It's not the end of the world. I mean, it's the end of the world as you... Never mind, I don't know where I'm going with this. Cassie's fine, yeah, you're good.
No, don't let go. Don't let go. Don't let go. Don't ever let go.
Oh.
I got you.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
You came back.
Yeah. Now kiss. We haven't seen you guys kiss all the entire movie. You don't have to. I mean, it might be in your contract that you don't want to kiss now.
I love you, Scott.
Aww, man. That's the first time we've heard them say that. And they're just going to do this little nose thing. Or are you guys going to be king and queen of the Quantum Realm? Yeah, I mean, you guys could... it's not a sad ending. You could live a perfectly fine life here. I mean, so much for reconnect. I mean, you sort of reconnected with Cassie, and now you're not going to get to see her grow up, but whatever, you're fine. She likes Hank and Janet, and she's got a nice stepdad. Oh.
Let's go.
Okay. That was easy. Oh, okay. I thought they were going to be stuck there. Oh, we're getting this bookend. So nothing's different. What was the point of this movie? I guess none of the Ant-Mans really accomplished anything other than introduce characters.
You are the bug! I was wrong! Yeah, you are the...
Wait, there was no Luis in this movie!
You get big and small like...
Aw, that sucks. I guess we got Ruben at least. I loved Luis's recounting of things.
Came out of cake-making retirement for you. This is the first one I made since 1997.
You're a real artist. One day you're fired from Baskin Robbins. The next, you're beating a time-traveling space king. We did beat him, right?
Maybe not, I guess.
But he also said something bad was coming. And that everyone would die if he didn't get out. Wait, so did I just kill everyone?
It's gonna be fine.
What did I do?
Just relax. It's gonna be okay.
You know what?
Okay.
It's probably fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay.
So,
you should probably tell somebody
about
what happened, though.
Scott, stop overthinking it.
Is he talking? I feel like they're talking to us right now, or me, or he is.
It's not my birthday.
I know, but I missed a few.
Oh, nice.
Everything's...
I hope's hair's
probably fine. Kang's gone. You did it. Don't have to worry about that guy.
There's something really foreboding about... I mean, I know the multiversal war is coming, but... What's going on?
Fake birthday, Cassie.
I feel like we're missing something.
Oh.
Oh, that's it. Alright, well, there's credit scenes, right? Wait, where was David Desmalchian? Kitty O'Brien, that's her name, Kang.
So, the exiled one is...
Oh, we get the Council of Kings.
You sure?
An Egyptian Kang.
you up that you're not the one who killed him.
None of us killed him.
They're very different.
They're beginning to touch the multiverse. They will take everything.
How many did you call?
All of us.
Whoa. So this is all Kangs? Well, no, the multiverse would have an infinite number, of course. An infinite number of devils. But I thought there was only like... I thought there was just the council of... Oh, I don't know, fucking... That's crazy. That's wild. That's wild. Jonathan Majors would have gotten to play so many different characters. I guess technically he did. It could go on forever. The Kang dynasty, this saga, the multiversal saga, the multiverse saga. But it's gonna end with Secret Wars, obviously. Oh! I'm scrolling on the timeline. I can see that the end credit scene has something to do with Loki.
Our lives? But perhaps we can shape it.
You made him sound like this terrifying figure. He is.
So it just teased Loki Season 2. Jonathan Majors is going to be in Loki Season 2. Probably his final appearance as Kang. Or Nathaniel Richards, or whoever, however we're referring to him now. Yo! This isn't an intro situation. This is a review. Sorry. Yes, I look different. That's how time works sometimes. But also maybe not. You know, before I went to see Guardians 3 for the second time, I told my buddy, who hadn't seen it, how great I thought it was. I was going with him because he wanted to see it and he had no one to go with. So I was like, I'll see it a second time. And he sat through the entire movie very pensive. He was like this with his hands and he was just, you know. But it seemed like he was meticulously judging everything as opposed to like taking it all in and enjoying it. When we left the theater, I asked him, what do you think? And he responded with, I liked it. Days later, he texted me something along the lines of, after further evaluation, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is one of the best movies I've seen in quite some time. I just didn't want to give you the satisfaction of saying that the night of, because I don't like it when someone tells me if something is definitively good or bad. Because going into it, I said it was great. I didn't say, I think it's great, you know? So I'm not going to say that Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is definitively good or bad. I feel like it's not the greatest. I have my issues with it. But I certainly came into this with preconceptions out the gate, and that didn't do my reaction any favors. The whole point of me telling that story about going to see Guardians of the Galaxy 3 with my friend was to highlight how even a good review of a film can have a negative effect on someone's viewing experience. So a plethora of negativity will almost certainly intrude. I said I'd turn my brain off while watching this, but I didn't. I said that in part 1 for anyone watching this. Like, you never said that. It was difficult to turn my brain off. But I did enjoy watching this. It was enjoyable. The Kang stuff was great. Jonathan Majors is unfortunately great as Kang. And I don't feel like I gave that final fight enough credit. But I don't know if it even earned the oohs and the ahs I could have given it. Because I didn't feel much beyond amusement watching this. And for some, that's enough, I'm sure. It was enjoyable in a very conventional Marvel way, and that's the problem. And that's to say that this formula of Easter eggs and portals and giant sky beams and post-credit scenes has kind of grown stale for me and a lot of other people. Especially following Phase 3, which was such a climax. A lot of us, I think, have felt hungover with franchise fatigue. And this movie kind of highlights all of the ways in which we just don't care anymore. Because when they were building through the first phases, Marvel Studios, when they were building the MCU, the stakes got higher and higher and higher. And then the bottom dropped out. And now it feels like we're back to square one. And we don't care about feeling the way we did in Phase 1 anymore. And that's kind of what it feels like. Even though this movie dealt with a lot of things mythology-wise, I just didn't care. And that's a problem. It's almost like everything in the MCU, everything that Marvel Studios produces now has to be creatively unique or inspired. Either that or the stakes have to be earth-shatteringly dire. Marvel can't just go by the numbers anymore, especially if they're not going to end on some huge cliffhanger that propels us into Phase 5. I really expected more of a what the fuck ending. But in retrospect, that's not really how this franchise, and by this franchise I mean the Ant-Man franchise, operates. So it is in line with the tone of the previous films, I suppose. Yes, this Kang most likely survived. I hope so. Even though I guess it doesn't really matter if he did, because all of the Kangs are bad news for the most part. Watching this, I just thought that Scott and Hope would be stuck in the quantum realm, because that would have at least meant that this film had some consequences. But it does make sense that Cassie and company would be able to get them out, because they've been traveling to and from the quantum realm now at least a few times. I know that before this film came out, a lot of people predicted that Ant-Man would die. Kang would kill him. It would be this tragic thing. It would have made Kang feel all the more threatening as he escapes the quantum realm, and it's like, oh shit. That said, I think the MCU is going to have a big problem moving forward. It's a similar problem that Game of Thrones had, even though that's a whole nother conversation, because none of us feel like Game of Thrones tried very hard in its final seasons to live up to expectations or theories that were out there. The problem I think Marvel Studios is going to face, and I think they're going to be up to the challenge, is coming up with stuff that's better than fan theories, while fully utilizing time travel logic and the multiverse theory. Because there's so much you can do with that. And it should be a mindfuck. In the same way that the best example I can think of right now off the top of my head, or examples, are both FX shows. Legion did a really good job, at least in the earlier stages of that series. And then Devs kind of dealt with the multiverse theory. That's an amazing show, by the way, if you haven't watched it. They should get those writers to work on in the MC. Oh no, the guy who worked on Devs is Alex Garland, right? He did Ex Machina and that one with Natalie Portman. He'd be a great guy to get to work on multiverse shit. Reach out to him, Kevin Feige. That would be a fucking awesome guy to get involved. He'll never do it though. Anyway, when you're dealing with a place like the quantum realm, a place that exists outside of space and time, they could have just done more. It could have been a lot trippier than just weird beings and houses, buildings with souls. And yes, this is a comic book movie, but suspension of disbelief in regards to certain explanations. Obviously, they could have done more to explain why Janet didn't mention any of this to her family. What is she so ashamed of? We didn't really touch upon that at all. She's just that afraid of Kang. And there's this moment when Kang's trying to tempt her, and he says, "I can make it so that you never left Hope." Janet's a smart person, right? So she's familiar with the multiverse theory. When you change something, let's say Kang takes Janet and makes it so she never left Hope. There would be a timeline where she never left Hope, but it wouldn't be the original timeline that Janet left. Because when you change something, it just creates a new branch off of that timeline, right? That's why the multiverse is all, because it's all these differing decisions. Maybe that's nitpicking, but I would have liked some pushback on that from Janet. I just would have liked it had they delved more into how the multiverse works, because you're sort of left guessing at everything. Loki, I really loved what they did with He Who Remains and the explanation he gave for the beginning of the multiversal war. How if you get rid of him it'll unleash infinite devils. And while things don't necessarily work in a linear fashion, I think you can think about this, or at least should, like it's taking place after Loki, because if you kill He Who Remains and then simultaneously all these other things happen, and there's a bunch of Kangs that have already lived lives and are free, because it's like a reset button, right? I hope that's how this works. It makes the most sense. Also, I kept thinking about how after Ant-Man and the Wasp, when Scott got stuck in the quantum realm, he was there for 5 hours? and he didn't run into anyone or anything. And in this movie, they run into people right away. Would have liked an explanation there. It's just all very thin, and it didn't do much to expand the lore or to make us excited for what's to come. Because like I said at the end of my reaction, what was the point of this movie? Nothing changed. And I guess that's fine if you're just expecting another Ant-Man film, because there isn't much consequence to those films. They marketed this film as like the beginning of Phase 5. The debut of Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. And it could have been amazing. They take this character who you could argue is the weakest. He's the little guy. And you put him up against the big bad. It's like a Frodo and the Ring situation. And that could have just been explored more. It should have hit harder. It should have made us feel more. That's why Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 worked so well. Because it made us feel. We didn't just watch things happen. Like, was there really any character development besides that forced stuff with MODOK, Darren at the end? And that was done mostly just for humor. The humor is okay in this. I mean, it is a pretty funny film. And that's fine, but I don't think that's what people wanted from this film. That's certainly not what I wanted. I thought this was going to be a huge film, like a Captain America Civil War or something. Not necessarily an Infinity War situation, but tense, big. And it was visually and stuff, but character and story, I don't know, wasn't there for me. Like, they set up a lot with Cassie and Scott, and there wasn't much of a payoff. I think that was kind of contrived and forced, where all of a sudden they're good. Scott's character arc in general just could have been so much better. He could have gone from being full of himself to then being like, oh fuck, I can't do this. I'm not the Avenger I hyped myself up to be. I need to save my daughter. Then he would fail. Maybe not fail in that he saves Cassie, but fail in that he doesn't stop Kang and Kang escapes. Maybe he doesn't die. Maybe he's stuck in the quantum realm, him and Hope. And he has to take accountability for his actions, his pride and his ego, that's what would have resulted in Kang escaping. And then the next time we see Scott, movies from now or whatever, he's like the ultimate Ant-Man. There's an episode of Dexter, I think it is. Not Dexter. The fuck's that show? The animated show with the really smart guy who's got a sister. I gotta look this up really quick. Dexter's Laboratory, yeah. There's an episode of Dexter's Laboratory, and I'm not remembering it in its entirety or anything. I just had this flash to this episode I saw when I was a kid, where something happens to Dexter, and he gets stuck underground for years and years and years. Because the episode takes place in the future. When you see Dexter next, he's just fucking jacked. Because he's been crawling his way out from underground or whatever. That would be Ant-Man the next time we saw him. He's not this goofball anymore. In reality, he doesn't think much of himself. That's why his ego gets the best of him at the beginning of this movie in particular. And then when you see him next, he's this hardened fucking guy. Yeah, I'm going to move on from that thought. I think you know what I'm getting at. Let's just move on to MODOK. MODOK, I don't know much about MODOK from the comics. I've seen some of him in animation. I know that this was probably a clever way of bringing him into the MCU. It was a complete departure from the source material in regards to who the character is and his background, his backstory. But yeah, it was very lackluster and fucking ridiculous. I'm sure a lot of people who love the character are not happy about how he was handled here. A very loose adaptation of the character, to say the least. What else? Luis and the Wombats, a cornerstone of the Ant-Man franchise. We're not in this film. I know T.I. has been canceled, but he didn't need to be in this film. Just take the security guard, Dr. Ken from Endgame. God would be more than happy to thank him for helping him get out of the quantum realm. Okay, the credit scenes. The first one. I'm assuming it's the top Kangs, the Council of Kangs that we start out with. And then they've called all the other Kangs because everyone needs to talk about how they being everyone else, is starting to touch the multiverse. And that's a problem because they want to be in control. Here's the thing I don't necessarily get. We see the Egyptian Kang, we see the Pharaoh. I know that in the comics, Kang goes back in time or whatever. Nathaniel goes back in time, becomes a Pharaoh or something along those lines. And maybe that's the case here. But still, in Loki, He Who Remains explains that he used to be a scientist. I'm assuming Nathaniel Richards. At some point, I want to get that name so I don't sound fucking stupid, discovered the multiverse. And at that same time, different versions of him in different timelines, I'm assuming at a corresponding point in a parallel timeline, also discovered the multiverse. Which is to say that all of those Nathaniel Richards lived in a futuristic civilization where they had access to that sort of technology. So I don't understand how Kang's or Nathaniel Richards could exist in the past and discover the multiverse. I also have a theory that Tony Stark discovering or inventing time travel in Endgame, that discovery laid the groundwork for Kang's discovery and subsequent accessing of the multiverse. And I want them to draw these lines and connect the dots between events throughout the universe. It would make the universe feel more cohesive because things are getting so out there in regards to mythology and lore and the ins and outs of how things are working. I think they're going to have a lot of problems making it feel cohesive. Like, there's shit that happened in What If with Ultron Supreme or whatever the fuck he's called. That should have resulted in a bunch of shit throughout the live action films. Also, I don't know how you could gather all your variants in one place if there's an infinite number of you. I'm just saying. It's a cool idea for a credit scene. It's fun. But the end credit scene, the post credit scene. Yeah, how is there Kang in the past? I'm happy that Loki and Mobius are back together. I love my boys. I love me some Owen Wilson and some Tom Hiddleston. You know what? Quick rant here. And it's my way of praising Guardians 3 again. What I loved about Guardians 3 and how it handled Gamora is it didn't retcon the loss we felt of the OG Gamora. I think those are the exact words I used in my review of the film. The thing that Loki did that I wasn't necessarily a fan of is it made the Loki in that series, it turned that Loki into the Loki we lost at the beginning of Infinity War. At least spiritually, he feels like that guy now. And I don't know if that's genuine character development. They rushed that for sure and made him this really likable and nice guy all of a sudden. But I still loved that series. It was probably my favorite Marvel series. Yeah, I think so. WandaVision was really good too, but so yeah, I'm excited for Loki season 2, and I'm going to watch it on this channel. Did think that Loki and Mobius were going to be in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. It would have made a lot of sense to me if the TVA, a place that exists outside of space and time, was in the quantum realm. That would have made everything more fascinating. Imagine if we go down to the quantum realm in this film, and Loki is dealing with the TVA shit, and that's the Kang we're dealing with. I mean, that would just been amazing. Whatever. What else do I have to say? We never found out anything about the scars on Kang's face. Not that it fucking matters. I really do like Catherine Newton, though. I think she'll make a great stature. And I'm not just saying that because I vaguely have a crush on her. Yeah, that's all that I got. Big love to everyone who was bored enough to join me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you thought of this film. Drive me off this platform if you must. Otherwise, like, subscribe, dislike for cathartic reasons. Drink water, stay young. And remember, don't be an idiot, be a buffoon. Peace.